What the frick is good? Hopefully everything is working right now. But yeah, kind of a different kind of stream today. Just cause I got a little bit of inspiration. So yeah, I got a little bit of inspiration from another VTuber and a friend. So here I am debating about topics that I'm interested in personally, and some topics that I just thought would be fun to talk about on stream. Maybe some philosophical thought experiments, stuff like that, you know? Nothing too crazy. The thumbnail is a little fucking misleading. It's a little like confrontational, but shit. I mean, if that gets people on board, might as well, right? Anyways, I'm just gonna assume right off the bat that this stream isn't gonna be too long, cause for the most part it'll just be me yapping the whole time. But yeah, okay. So, boom. Alrighty, it's time. If you can't tell, I made this slideshow extremely last minute. Cause I'm obviously just the GOAT. Shoot. Hold up, give me give me 1 second. Okay, there. Okay. It should be chill now. Sorry. Calm little goof. Okay. You should be able to hear the background music now. It was a little sad without anything on, so I just decided to turn something on. But basically, you will be joining me as I talk about some freaking topics regarding this stuff. Alrighty. First things first, welcome. Watch as a VTuber who wanted to become a popular Minecraft YouTuber slash VTuber pivots and attempts to become the best VTuber debater in the entire world. That's... we're not pivoting. I'm just doing something different. I'm still gonna play Minecraft because I fucking love that game. And I'm still not good enough at PvP for that game. So, yeah. Okay. Now, this is where the fun starts. Shit, I'm low-key in the way. Hold up. Here, I'll go down here just for you guys. There. Okay, so for this one, we have Christianity slash religion, the trolley problem, is morality objective. This one will just be me completely yapping, honestly. I haven't gone too deep into this kind of topic per se, so don't be expecting a lot from me in this at this point of the stream. But everything else, I mean, honestly, that's kind of every topic. Don't expect anything from me. This is just gonna be me yapping about what I think about these kind of things. So yeah, like the description says, just take everything I say with a grain of salt. This one's obviously just a lighthearted joke one, but I'm fucking serious about this one. This is the most passionate one I'm fucking about, alright? You'll see who I like better, who I know is a better character, but we'll talk about that when we get there. I'll probably just do both, just because there's there's no one to fucking vote. Anyways, yeah. First things first, I guess we can talk about sorry, I know Christianity is number one, but we can talk about that later. For now, let's talk about the original trolley problem. Alrighty. I'm a little small, hold up. Okay. So I'll just go like right here. Okay, so basically, oh yeah, and this just the original trolley problem. Everything is my own interpretation. I'm not presenting them as facts. So obviously, please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Anyways, there is a trolley moving towards 5 unfortunate individuals who are tied to the track. And this is the scenario I kind of wrote. So it's not word for word the original trolley problem, but it gets the point across. There is a trolley moving towards 5 unfortunate individuals who are tied to a track. Unfortunately, you are standing next to a lever that allows for the trolley to switch tracks. However, the other track carries one individual who is strapped to the track. Sorry, I wrote this very late at night last night. But basically, scenario, there's a trolley that's on the way to killing 5 people, but you are at a lever, and if you flick the lever, you can save the 5 people, but you would have to by pressing the lever, the trolley would be switching to a different track with 1 person on it, and the trolley would instead kill the 1 person instead of killing the original 5 it was going to kill. And you control the entire situation with 1 flick of a lever. What would you do? That is basically the scenario here. And, this is an age-old thought experiment. And, it never gets old. You can always talk about it. It's always fun to think about. And me personally, I obviously have my own answer to this. It would definitely just be, shoot, maybe I should turn on like, detective music, maybe? I guess this works. Oh, wait, this is not bad either. Okay. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, had to switch up the music a little bit, but basically, what's happening is me personally, here, I'll explain the 2 choices. So obviously, it might be like, obviously you would flick the lever, right? Because saving 5 people is obviously better than 1 person. However, by flicking the lever, you're basically killing a person, right? And you kind of have to live with that. Because if you think about it in terms of fate, I guess, the 5 people were already gonna die. It was inevitable, right? The trolley was its original path was to kill the 5 people. But you were essentially changing the fate of 1 person, an innocent person that was never meant to die, and you interrupted kind of fate, and you intervened, and instead killed that 1 innocent person to save 5 people that were already supposed to die. And if you kind of think about it like that, it's kind of like, well, is it fair for one person to be punished unknowingly just to save 5 people that were already on the course of death? And me personally, would I be able to flick the lever? I would probably say no. I would not flick the lever just because, I mean, I would kind of just let fate do its thing, you know? Those 5 people were already predestined to die. So, maybe predestined is not the right word, but they were on the course of death already. And me, I'ma just let fate do its thing. They were supposed to die, so I'ma just... Death is not something to be afraid of, guys. Just let it happen, you know? Don't, like, try to die, but if it does, if it's, like, inevitable, don't try to be like, whoa, I gotta run away. Just accept it. You know, death is just it's a course of life. You know, nothing to be scared of. Maybe, like, the way you die, but the actual, like, state of death is, you know, nothing to be scared of. Yeah, so I personally would not flick the lever. And I guess a counter argument for... Also, if I'm kind of going, like, brain dead, it's cause this is off the fucking dome. I didn't prepare at all, no scripts, no nothing. So, yeah. Anyways, kind of the counter argument for, against people, I guess people who wouldn't agree with me would kind of take a utilitarian position and kind of think about less about the morality of the situation and more so what would lead to the happiest outcome, I guess. And if you were to take that utilitarian position, you would say, well, obviously you would kill 1 person to save 5, right? Because that's just the better outcome. But you would kind of, and obviously it goes back to my position where you're killing 1 person that was never meant to die, and that's clearly unfair. So just let fate take its course. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. And of course, this thought experiment, there's no right answer. So honestly, both sides fucking voice crack. Holy shit. Anyways, both sides are plausible. Anyways, that's all I got for this one. So let me see. Okay, I guess going off of the trolley problem, we can go to the surgery one. So the reason there is 2 surgery ones is because this is kind of reframes the trolley problem in a sense. Okay, surgery version V. A skilled surgeon has 5 patients, each in urgent need of a different organ. I guess this is kind of like a counter argument or a way for people to rethink the trolley problem for people who did say they would kill 5. A skilled surgeon has 5 patients, or kill 1 person for the sake of saving 5 people. A skilled surgeon has 5 patients, each in urgent need of a different organ. Doesn't matter what organ they need, they just need the organ. I just put heart, liver, lungs, kidney, intestines because it doesn't really matter. If they do not receive these organs today, they will die. Now suppose a healthy patient comes in for a routine checkup. This person is a perfect match for all 5 patients. The surgeon could kill the healthy patient and save 5 lives with the sacrifice of 1. If the surgeon were to go through with that decision, no one would find out and the surgeon would go unpunished. What should the surgeon do? And in this case, obviously when I said it's kind of like a parallel to the trolley problem, I feel like usually how people react are, well, no, this is a completely different scenario, right? But if you really think about it, it really isn't. Because like I said, in the trolley problem, you can think of the trolley as death, yes? In this scenario, they go hand in hand with the death of the 5 patients that are going to die inevitably. And think of the trolley as death, right? So the 5 people that are stuck on the track are already bound to die, right? Just in the same way like how these 5 patients are, you know? They're already on the course of death, right? They need an organ. They haven't been able to find an organ donor. So they're already gonna die soon. And essentially, by flicking the lever and taking the utilitarian position and saying, but obviously, the obvious course of action is to flick the lever and save 5 people for the sake of one. Essentially, what you're doing is you're being the surgeon here. You have the choice. You're killing a healthy patient that was not supposed to die at all. They were just there for unlucky reason. But you're essentially killing one of them for the sake of 5 people that were supposed to die. See, now when you reframe it like that, it's a little different. Because now you're genuinely... See, because now there's actual, like, I guess, weight to killing the one person, instead of it just being a simple numbers issue, right? So if you think about it like this, and obviously there's arguments for this, hey, this is completely different, but I'm so stuck on the fact that this is like essentially the trolley problem that I probably need to search up counter arguments for my stance or against my stance. But as of now, this is, for me, for my understanding, this is the equivalent of the trolley problem. But anyways, like I was saying, if you reframe it like this, it's a little different. It's not as simple as saving 5 people by sacrificing one. Because clearly the one person wasn't meant to die. And this is why I would not flick the lever and just let fate take its course. Sorry, I sneezed. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. This is pretty... I feel like this is a pretty good way of kind of... I think this is the best counter argument, honestly, to the utilitarian position of the trolley problem. But yeah, that's basically it. I guess I could further explain, but I feel like it kind of makes sense. But anyways, moving on to another topic. All right. We did trolley problem, surgery. I'll go to surgery A later. Surgery A is kind of fun. But, what's a fun topic? And also, of course, I'm always down to take other topics as well. But, yeah, I didn't really advertise this stream, so I didn't really get other topics, but... I'll probably save Christianity for later. That one's low-key. That one's a little crazy. I think that one's the one I'm most confident in, I can't lie. But we can go to the ship of Theseus. This one's a fun one too. There is a very well-used boat. During the life of a ship, parts break down and are replaced. The mast, for instance, is lost in a storm, and so they get a new one. Some of the wood rots and is replaced with fresh timber. And the bolts and nails holding it together rust away and replaced with fresh nails. Eventually, none of the original materials that made up the ship are there, yet the boat still sails, same as ever. Is this the same boat or a different boat now? Alrighty, so for this specific scenario, basically what it's saying is, I guess I don't really need to explain it, but there's a boat. It's getting old. All the parts slowly got replaced, and now it's just every single part is replaced with a new part, but it is still quote unquote the same boat. It still sails, it still gets the job done. So is it now the same boat, or is it a completely different boat? Now, I guess for my own personal take, I would probably say it's... Well, I would probably say it's the same boat, honestly. Just because of the fact that... I mean, I'm kind of relating this to a different thought experiment where you kind of change... If there's a person, right? And you change his mind. Not change his mind, but switch his mind to a different body, would that be, is that person still the same person? Is the person, okay, I need to give names to the guys. This is kind of confusing to explain, but let's say there's Tommy and Bill. Yes? Tommy went into a machine and Bill also went into a machine, and they switched minds, let's say. Now Bill is Tommy and Tommy is Bill. But is Tommy really Bill and is Bill really Tommy, basically? Is kind of a similar situation where it's a little different from the Theseus one, but I think it's different. Shit. I don't even know. Like I said, this is my own. This is off the dome, so I don't really fucking know what I'm talking about, but I'm low-key doing the thought experiment with you guys right now. But yeah. So is Billy now Tommy, or is Billy still Billy because his body is still the same? That's basically what's happening here. Is the boat, even though every single part of the boat is different, is it still the same? Or is it just a completely different boat now that every single piece did get replaced? And yeah, like I said before, I think it's just the same boat, to be honest, because it's what? We're still calling it the same thing, and actually, no, if you think about it in terms of humans, I would definitely say it's a different boat. If we go back to the Tommy and Bill scenario, I would if it was humans, I would say it's definitely Tommy that's inside of Bill if their minds are switched. So I would probably say it's a different boat, actually, if I'm staying consistent with my logic. Yeah, it's a different boat just because, I mean, every single part got changed, right? And it's like, you could say, in like real life, when boats do get changed, no wood is ever going to be the exact same pattern, same length, I mean, you can control that, but it'll be slightly different, right? It's not possible for each wood to just be the same exact thing. So I would say it's a different boat, just because you know me. Here, we can talk about it in terms of humans, because I think honestly that's just easier for me to understand. But okay, the reason why I think it's kind of different for the human analogy I gave and this boat scenario is because humans have, or people argue that humans have souls, right? Which is why the Tommy and Bill analogy kind of makes sense. So basically, I believe that Tommy would be Bill, or Bill would be Tommy if they got switched. Because I think humans do have souls, and I think the person isn't defined by their outward appearance and more so their mind, their inner persona, I guess one could say. And what makes the person that person is their personality, how they speak, their kind of choice of words, how they react, their moral decisions, kind of things like that, I think is what makes up a person. And I think it matters less about how they actually appear or their physical appearance. But there's also a counter argument for that. I mean, I'm just assuming. And if I were to just make up a counter argument straight out my asshole, I guess you wouldn't be able to tell, right? If the person actually did switch. And that person, low-key, nah, I just agree with my position completely, so I can't, hold up, let me find some leaked. Let me find some counter arguments real quick. Counter argument against it being a different vote. Okay. Well, for now, we can move on to... Shoot. Fuck it. We're moving on to the one I'm most confident about. The big boy. This one I came up with my own questions, obviously. This one I'm way more prepared. Cause I mean, this one I was able to just off the dome think of like possible topics I could talk about or subtopics I could talk about. Specifically about Christianity. Other religion? Yeah. Like I wrote here. But basically, for Christianity, I guess that's my first claim. Christianity is the most realistic religion. And why do I say that even though this exists? Right? I know jack about every religion, so how could I possibly just assume that Christianity is the most realistic religion? Well, that's because of YouTube fucking shorts, baby. You know me, Cliff Connectly type shit. But it's the most realistic religion because if we look at, I don't know, let's say Islam, I guess like Muslims. I mean, you could find a lot of, I guess, interesting facts about their moral state of mind and kind of, I won't say contradictions because I haven't read it, nor do I know if there actually are any contradictions, but yeah, I mean, if you watch a lot of debates regarding Christianity, like Christian preachers and Muslims, a lot of the times the Muslims tend to throw red herrings and avoid the main topic, or they just come up with some crazy brilliant fucking idea out of their asshole that like, wow, then that shit just doesn't fucking exist, you know? And then what do they even use as their Bible? So not the Quran. Yes. The Quran. They don't be using all that. And why do I think Christianity is the most realistic religion? Well, it's because, I guess, solely because of the fact that Jesus Christ was a real person, right? If we begin with disregarding his miracles and his supernatural powers, he was in fact a real person, just as real as George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. He was a historical person that, regardless of whether he did actually do those miracles, he was a good person. He was a sinless, according to the Bible standards, a sinless person, and according to the many testimonies and different letters that were written about the man named Jesus Christ. So he was in fact a real person. That is honestly irrefutable, just his existence at this point in time. Come on, can't just be saying he didn't even exist now. And second of all, the fact that everyone who traveled with him, they never caught bro slipping up. Bro never slipped up and was like, shit, oops, accidentally sinned. Like, there was never a situation written where Jesus just accidentally sinned because he's quote unquote human, right? He was the perfect human to exist. And he was either the most fucking craziest master orator manipulator and was able to put on a facade every single time perfectly in front of every single one of his disciples, or he really was who he stated he was, the Son of God, right? God in human form. And honestly, knowing humans, I feel like one answer is probably more plausible than the other, because obviously the quote, humans, we are never, you can never be perfect, right? So obviously the more reasonable answer, I guess not reasonable, but an answer that kind of makes more sense, probably be something's off about the guy. He's probably not human, right? There's probably something a little more crazy, a little more supernatural about this guy, because how is he so perfect, right? Which is why I think Christianity is the most realistic religion, because the messenger sent from God was just a freaking goat. And I guess the next question, why does evil exist? This one is just my own interpretation, I can't lie, guys. This one, I might fall under a certain denomination, but as of now, I have no clue what that denomination is. I don't. My knowledge about this comes from debates, podcasts, and shorts. So it is very limited in what I know, but I will try my best to be able to explain and articulate what or why evil exists, despite the fact that there is a God that is all good and all loving and all just. And if you do watch Cliff Connectly, I'll basically just be reiterating what that man has said. But evil exists because free will exists, essentially. And what does that mean? That basically means God didn't just create cancer. He's like, oh, we need something to control the human population. Boom. Drugs. You know what I mean? He didn't do anything like that. It was more along the lines of like, yeah, free will. Sorry, I kind of just lost my train of thought there. But evil exists because sorry, I lost my train of thought. But evil exists because of free will, and people are just doing their own thing. God made us with our own mind, according to the Bible. Made us with our own mind, our own understanding of the world, the ability to make rational decisions without him stepping in. And because he gave us that free will and ability to make our own decisions, evil exists. Because humans are imperfect. Humans are sinful. Humans make constant mistakes, and because of this, there is a snowball effect. And eventually, it led to the many problems we have today. Like the diseases, the other bad stuff that people complain about, the evil. Honestly, I might change my stance though. I don't necessarily think cancer is... look, you don't know enough about that. But yeah, that's kind of my understanding as to what Christians say, why evil exists. It's because God took a step back and he was like, shit, I'm good, bro. Y'all got that. And he fucking dipped. Yeah, but sorry, I know I said this like 3 bajillion times, but final answer is like just free will, because we have free will. This is the ability to make our own decisions. That is why evil exists. It's not God's fault, it's our fault, is what Christians tend to say. And what is hell? I actually found this really interesting because I feel like there's a lot of different interpretations of hell. But of course, what is, I forgot the word for it, but it's where the belief where you disappear after hell. Okay, annihilationism. Yes. It is the belief where, well, I'll start with this. First, Christians believe, some Christians, or maybe all Christians, not sure, but usually, for the most part, Christians believe that God is everywhere. God exists in us, God exists in the plants, God exists in the air, God exists everywhere on earth. His presence, or I guess it's more like the Holy Spirit. I don't want to try explaining the theory. Honestly, I have no clue how to differentiate. I kind of have a sense, but I don't really get it. But what is hell? Oh yeah, right. I was talking about the interpretation of hell that I thought was interesting. But right, God exists everywhere, yes? So when we live, we are only able to live and exist because we have a connection with God. And so when we go to hell, what is hell? Hell is a place for people who decide, I don't want to be with God, right? And if you don't want to be with God, God grants you that wish. And he says, okay, you can go to a place where you are no longer connected with me. Which begins the line of logic, which is the beginning of the line of logic for annihilationism, where you just, after you serve your sentence and you are judged, you disappear. Which I thought was so interesting because hell is, because life after death, it's eternal, right? Regardless of whether you end up in heaven or hell, you will be eternally either living in paradise or being punished forever. And the fact that there's an interpretation of the Bible where you actually just disappear after you serve your punishment, I thought that was so interesting. Like, cause if you think about it, at least for me and my very shallow understanding of the Bible, it kind of makes sense, right? Because Christians tend to say that we only exist because we have the Holy Spirit in us. And we are only able to be living beings because we have the Holy Spirit in us. And so, we're only able to exist because we have the Holy Spirit in us. So, if we do end up going to hell, we no longer have the Holy Spirit in us. Therefore, we disappear. Because we are unable to exist without God. So, we disappear because we are separated from God. I don't know. I just thought it's interesting because it makes sense, right? But I think a lot of Christians tend to disagree with annihilationism. I'm not really sure why. I'm sure there's some, I don't know, technicality, like a fucking foul somewhere. But yeah, it don't make sense, I guess, to them. Something in somewhere is just, it's a little cooked, I guess you could say. But, anyways. What's another fun one we could do? Is morality objective? Fun! Alright. This is my stance. This one, I just picked the stance. I was like, hey, do I agree with this stance? I would say so for the most part. Yes. I think so. Okay. I'll try to explain kind of, because I feel like most people who do believe there is an objective morality, for the most part, from what I've heard, they are usually religious. Yes? And I'll try to explain both sides and why I believe. Okay, I just chose a stance. I don't necessarily believe there's subjective morality, but I feel like my subjective morality stance is more my old self. I definitely used to believe morality was all subjective, and yes, so like killing someone isn't necessarily morally wrong, is what I used to believe. Doesn't mean I was gonna be going around fucking killing everyone. Because just because morality is subjective doesn't mean it's wrong. Okay, sorry. But I digress. I almost got into the fucking nitty gritty. But I will start by explaining. Honestly, no, I guess that makes sense. I'll start off by explaining my stance and talk about a possible argument that the objective side might use. So, subjective morality. Why do I think subjective morality is a thing? Why do I think that killing someone is not necessarily wrong? Well, we start with the fact that there are no rules on Earth, right? So, let's say I kill someone. What happens? If we just disregard the government, laws, jail, what happens when I kill someone? Nothing. Nothing happens, right? I mean, I guess it depends on your belief of religion, but ultimately, if you don't believe in anything, you're an atheist, nothing happens, right? No punishment. Punishment happens after your death. And so, you might question, well, why don't you just go around killing everyone, right? And that's usually how people kind of, just some people that believe in objective morality kind of try to argue. It's like, well, why don't you just kill? Why aren't there just people going around killing everyone, right? And they say, well, that's because there's an objective morality and a kind of feeling in us that stops us from killing everyone that we don't like. And I would argue that that doesn't necessarily have to be an objective morality. That could still be a subjective morality, right? Because just because I'm saying morality is subjective doesn't necessarily mean that, killing is, not, killing is fine, Because, I mean, if you think about it like this, we are living currently in a subjective, moralistic society, and no one's killing everyone, right? So with that in mind, even though morality is subjective, and throughout history there have been societies where sacrifices were normalized and kind of that kind of thing, where based on societal beliefs, moral stances would definitely change. And that's kind of the crux of my belief in subjective morality. The fact that it changes kind of by society, and there's nothing really necessarily wrong with that kind of thing, but it's just more the fact that you kind of just have to understand that morality isn't objective and that it is subject to change. Yeah, but that's kind of the subjective moral stance. No clue if my fucking yapping made sense. If it did, congrats. If it didn't, I'm so sorry. Okay, that was my subjective stance. And moving on to my objective position. Why is there objective morality? Well, some would argue that throughout history, although societies have pushed for sacrifices and kind of normalized that kind of thing, like, oh, I have to lose my daughter, it didn't take away the feeling of hurt that you get when you kill someone, or the emotional damage, or yeah, just like the internal mental damage it does when you see blood on your hands and you stab someone and you take someone's life, or yeah, I don't know, you I guess you force yourself to sacrifice your children to an altar if you're like an Aztec or something. If because there is an objective morality, there exists kind of a sense of hurt when you commit those kind of acts. And that feeling of hurt or feeling of wrongdoing, I guess, is what a lot of people say is objective morality. Or I guess that's what I think objective morality is. That's how my brain kind of like, boom, slap shit together. But yeah, so like I said, this subjective stance, I think it's an outdated stance for me. I think I lean more towards objective morality just because I am like kind of teetering between agnostic and Christian. I think if I just get that little push, I'll probably become a Christian like full on. But yeah, I think I'm more Christian than not. If you were wondering like kind of where all my beliefs are rooted, it's rooted in the Bible for the most part. But like I said, I'm not an expert, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not speaking for anyone. I'm speaking for myself. Oh, dude, you should join a Discord call and join me, bruh. Talk with me for real. Dude, why doesn't it show me my concurrent viewers, bro? I didn't even know you were watching for real, for real. Whatever. Shout out. Yo, shout out to my 20 subscribers. What do you say right now? You know what? Nah. You don't deserve to join the Discord call with me, pal. True. But that is kind of my stance on morality. Very, very interesting. What the fuck is 04? Oh, shit. Dude, this is a W topic, bro. Obviously, it's a goated fucking topic. What the fuck are we saying right now? Alkanet is obviously better. What are we saying right now? What the fuck? This is not even a question. Like, I'm not even gonna give a counter argument. Like, the rest of these topics, I was giving, counter arguments to both sides. I was like, shoot, there's always, there's no right answer. Everything is up for interpretation. This one's not up for interpretation, bro. This one's not up for interpretation, pal. I don't know what to tell you, bruh. Hold up. I can... edit, invite link. No limit. Expire. Never. Nah, you don't want the fuck. You don't want the smoke, bro. You don't want the smoke, bro. You don't want the smoke, bro. Maybe I should put the Discord server in my description. Hold up, let me join the Discord. Oh shit, that was probably hella fucking loud. Give me 1 sec, pal. You have to join this Discord server. Boom, boom. Okay. Shoot, can I add a link? Oh, never mind. Alright, bud. You have to go to the go to the description. You have to join that Discord. You have to join the Discord, bro. Lock this one? What the frick's good, bro? You genuinely don't want the smoke, bro. Run the fucking ones, bro. Hop on. Hold up. I think this is open, right? Oh shit! Shit, does it let you talk? Okay.
I don't know. Does it let me talk?
Yeah. You're good, you're good, you're good.
Wait, my mic's kind of poo. I'm walking my dog right now.
You're good, bro.
Bro, what are we talking about?
Defend your case,
What is
bro.
that?
Defend your case, bro.
Look at your character. I thought too.
Yo, you're kind of fucking trash, bro.
She's not.
What are you saying, man? That shit is
Oh,
dog
fuck,
shit.
bro.
Horrible
Dude,
character design. Horrible
you
plot.
could do it.
Horrible
I could've
character
done it.
development. Bro, that character is dog
What
shit.
do you mean? Character writing?
That character is actually horrible.
It isn't, bro. You don't understand redemption. That's why. See, Akane should have just killed herself or something.
No! What are you saying right now?
I don't understand this like blasphemous fucking take, bro. I can't do this.
Bro,
Bro,
better
I feel
Akame
disgusted.
has better
He was
character
saying,
development,
how could you
better
say that?
story,
Anna,
healthier
Dude,
relationship.
Medici was better than Akane, bro. Shut up.
Yo, blue and blonde just go well together.
Oh, it don't,
Way
bro.
more of a
Name
baddie,
one couple. Name one couple that's blonde and blue.
more realistic. Like, what are we saying here?
Not Aqua and Akane, that's for sure, bro. Oh my days, bro.
Bro, it's way better, trust me.
Akane's better, dude. Red's a better color anyway. That's my favorite color.
Like, what are we
Sure.
saying, bro? Akane was able to freaking... What? She was able to accommodate for Aqua, bro. Aqua's personal dilemma, Aqua's
Yeah, but-
depression,
but who
Aqua's
did Aqua-
emotional
who did Aqua want,
disturbance.
though? But who did Aqua want? Who did my goat Aqua want?
Aqua wants
His
some
sister, but,
some
like,
fuck ass
what do you want?
red hair bitch, bro. He wanted
He
some
wanted Kana!
he wants some dirty
Oh
fucking
my
tsundere.
God.
Like,
No, he
what is
didn't,
that,
bro.
bro? That's so
He
dirty.
used her as like a chess piece for his grand master plan,
That
bro.
is so dirty, bro.
No. You're just laughing because like Akane was so like useless.
You're so, dude, Kana is so dirty, bro.
No,
And
no, no, I
the
don't
character
wanna
development
hear
was
it.
better. Freaking Akane figured
Okay,
instantly figured out. Boom. I don't even care if I'm second place. Like, I still love my goat no matter what. You
no,
know,
bro, dude, get your. Yeah.
get your facts straight, bro. Get your facts straight.
Oh, shut
What are you saying right now? And I couldn't
up.
even
No, no.
figure it out. I couldn't even try freaking dishing out the fucking the sauce, bro. Try taking out
I
the
like my
ops
woman
Aqua
not
had.
freaking
Hikaru is
mentally
fucking
fucking
cooked,
scary,
bro.
bro. Akana's
Akane
like a.
versus Hikaru would
No,
have
Akana's
won.
cute. He's
Akane would have
either
won,
looks
bro.
pretty for you.
Like Kana was like
Akana's
all
like
crying
so
about
somewhat
some
scary.
Aqua doesn't love Akane was always on that, yo, Hikaru my number one op. She been knew about
No,
Aqua's
no,
situation and Akane was ready to stand on business. But what was Kana
she only
doing?
figured that out because of plot
He
armor,
doesn't
bro. How
love
do you get?
me. He doesn't
Bro,
love
how
me.
does she even
Shut
figure
your
out that
bitch ass
fucking like
up, bro. Kana is so
you
dog
get
shit,
no, that
bro.
doesn't make any
Actually,
sense,
worst
bro.
fucking
Her feet are pulled out of
heroine
the
in the
other's
world,
ass, bro.
bro.
That shit makes no
And
sense, bro.
guess what, bro?
Fucking good writing.
Literally, Aqua literally freaking envisioned Akane as his mom, bro. Bro's literally like, oh my gosh, I fucking hugging her on stage
Yeah,
and stuff,
he's
bro.
asking to be
Like,
I, but you
bro
think he
was
wants a
literally
fucking
like,
mom?
oh my
No, he wants his
gosh.
fucking sister,
You
dude.
know
You
what? That even makes it better, cause Akane learned how I act. Akane learned how I act and freaking embodied I and her personality, bro. Literally, Aqua
Because her
looked at her
personality
in the
was fucking
freaking thing in the
trash.
dating
Let's be going
show.
out. But Kana, she could just be herself, and Aqua's like, oh, I'm jizzing everywhere.
Yup, and that's why I'm gonna kill Kana, bro.
Nah, just say you lost, bro. I think you lost.
Yo, get this bum out of here, bro. What is he even talking about right now, bro? This guy literally a bum. What is he talking about? Some freaking Kana, bro. Tammy, you wanna talk about a topic? You can hop on Discord, bro. Like, what is that? What is that freaking Yankee even talking about right now, bro? Like, that guy, literally the freaking worst character in the world, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, I should probably put join Discord, huh, on screen. Hey, these are the other topics you can debate me on if you would like to join. Oh shit. Okay, okay. Well, hey, if you ever trying to hop on Discord, bro, I'm ready to fucking dish out the heat on any. Oh shit! I hit my mic. On any topic available, bro. We can talk about Christianity. We can talk about the trolley problem. We can talk about is morality objective. Anything. Cause obviously I'm the GOAT. Yeah, but like I said, Akane is obviously on top. Fuck that red hair bitch. Oh, I don't think I did surgery version A. You were a doctor in the future. A patient comes into your office with several symptoms and you quickly identify their ailment. A failing heart. They could potentially die without treatment. In fact, they pass out in your office. Luckily, you know all that is required is a simple surgery in which you can give your patient a synthetic heart and they will be as good as new. Yet, as you are preparing to take the patient into surgery, a small medical card falls out of it. They do not want any synthetic organs. If you not install the synthetic heart, the patient could die. Basically, they're a freaking Jehovah Witness. And they're like, hey, don't touch me. Guys, obviously, we have to freaking... Honestly, I think just let him die. Because this is what they want, right? I think they... doctors have no right to just, like, save him when he clearly said... He literally has a card for that specific scenario. Like... Don't save me even if I'm savable, right? So honestly, I think just let him die, you know? Because this is what he did here. He pre-selected a choice before for this specific scenario. So if the doctor does save him, I feel like that's low-key crazy. Just follow the patient's wish. You know what I mean? It's never wrong. Yeah, but I'm low-key out of topics, so yeah, I think shit. Do I come out with some topic out of my ass? Shoot. Um, Tammy, thoughts? Shoot, or I can just end the stream. I mean, this Loki wasn't supposed to be that crazy. It was supposed to Loki be a short stream, so. Because it's just me yapping. Would have been a longer stream if I fucking had more viewers, but. Don't. Should I play Minecraft? I can't talk to these dirty kana. These dirty kana. Oh, Tommy, we can talk about why 1.8 is better than 1.9 PvP. Shit, I know you like that one. Shoot. Do I whip out the Minecraft? Mid-session? Hold up. We have to go to the... Boom! Hold up. I have to pause the... Ooh. I need a... Ooh. Ooh. 1.9 is not better. Don't even lie, bro. 1.8 is way harder, way more skill. Oh, this is my first time actually seeing my chat move. This is low-key lit. What the hell? I've never seen this before. No way. My chat's moving? This is low-key crazy. What the fuck? Holy. Alright. Do we have to pivot to Minecraft? What's the move here? I'm low-key out of topics. Oh shit. Oops. I'm actually out of topics. I have nothing else to talk about. Fuck! I mean... Shoot. Do we just play Minecraft again? Fuck. Alright, we can play Minecraft. 1.8, here I come. Give me 1 second. Should I open up Lunar Client? Open up Lunar Client. Dude, I haven't played 1.8 in so long. Oh, shoot. Oh. What the fuck is Lunar 26? Minecraft? Oh, okay. Yeah. Crazy Discord PFP. Thanks, bro. Nice and black, you know what I mean? Yeah, but honestly, oh, I should probably do more anime topics, huh? Who's another C2 versus 02? Is that method? I have to change my thumbnail though, so I don't like start baiting people. It's a little. Dude, C2 is way better, I can't lie. I'm on the right account. Oh yeah, I am. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. There. I think that works. still need the fucking hold up. Chill. Mental. Hello chill, hello chill. Dude, I got way more views this time. I think my thumbnail was good. I wasn't able to keep any of them, but I mean shit. I tried. Only my 2 loyal viewers. Nice one. Okay, it's time. It's time we play some. My controls set. Let me see. Where is my sprint key? Yes. Modern and classic. 346 players? Holy, this game is dead. We can do this one. Oh, bro, I haven't played 1.8 in God knows how long. Oh, fuck. Oh, my CPS is so shit, too. Why is this guy so laggy? What the fuck? Come back here. Fuck, I'm gonna get quick drop. I'm so used to 1.9 now. Shit! The fucking goat! He's the goat! Holy aggro. Oh, quick dropped. 1.9 is not better. Honestly, where's Sumo? Honestly, I didn't know what I would choose though. I feel like holy Akaza, bro. Oh, okay, I just got fucking cooked. Wait, the Akaza skin was kind of good. I think 1.9 is a little better. Just cause you don't have to like no brain it, you know, you kind of have to think. And honestly, I think that's better. Dude, this guy's definitely good. I never mind. That guy sucked balls. Fuck. You need to die. Alright, chill. Chill. Yeah. Dude, the W tapping for 1.8 is so like different from 1.9. Basically, yeah. That's what's fun about it. It's so brain dead. You can just play this whenever, wherever. Oh, fuck. Dude, I don't like that guy. That guy's hella scary. Alright, watch this. I'll get a crazy combo on this guy. Fuck, this guy about to pull on me? Fuck! No! He has me. Or not? Oh, okay, why is this being so bad? Hello? This guy's ping is horrible. You need to get out of the corner, bud. My aim is horrible right now, too. Holy, that guy got cooked. Oh, maybe I'll just do pot, low-key. Having sprinting and critting. Yeah, I honestly, if I were to actually like think about it, I think 1.9 is definitely a lot better. Honestly, holy fucking aggro. The fuck? Holy fucking aim. What happened? Holy, I'm getting cooked. My aim is actually horrible. What's going on right now? Ooh! Alright, I got fucking shit on. That guy was a little too good. Oh shit, I accidentally turned on. Which one is? Okay. Oh fuck. No, my glasses! You're not allowed to see. You're not allowed to see my glasses. It's too personal. Fuck. These cringe fuckers always running. Okay, I'm sorry. I hate this game. Dude, I haven't played Classic in a minute. Dude. What the fuck is that? This guy's a goat. Okay. This guy's rotting is really fucking good. Lock in for this guy. He's so much better than me, bro. Fuck. This guy actually shields. Holy. Yo, I hate this game. Dude, Minecraft freaking sucks, bro. Okay, I think it was Spacebar 3. Yeah, unlucky. Okay. Well, I finished. I don't want to clickbait for too long, so I think I'm gonna get off for today. Super duper short stream, but that was low-key what it was supposed to be, so it's whatever. I was just supposed to yap. I was just supposed to yap for a little bit. But yeah. Okay. Hold up. I believe that is it. Yeah. I'll probably do another one like this, low-key. Eventually, I will do another stream like this. Once I have a more fleshed out topic, I'll probably hit up Christianity again if it comes up. Maybe the Epstein files if I'm feeling a little risky, or politics, but as of now, it's whatever. I don't really care. I might do more stuff like this though, where I leave the Discord open and I just let them join. And I freaking just argue whoever the frick I want. Alrighty though. I will be calling it a day. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Tammy. Goodbye.